Digital dance. RTE Pulse.
We got Lorcan Mak on the line. How are you, man?
I am good.
Good stuff, good stuff. Just tell us how you got started into DJing and music producing.
I started off DJing when I was around 14. I got a set of decks for Christmas. I can't remember what model they were, but there was a guy up the road from me that used to be a DJ. He was like a hip-hop DJ.
Yeah.
Didn't have a clue about anything, and I kind of just asked him.
Yeah.
You know, but he got me into it. That was when I first started off, and it kind of just progressed. Like I was always into music as a kid and all, but it kind of just progressed from DJing to producing.
Did you come from like a hip hop roots, or was it?
No, I did come from hip hop roots. Like I've been listening to hip hop since I was like 13, 14.
Same myself. Now, what are you working on at the moment, production wise?
Production-wise, I've actually been working on a lot of tracks lately, doing a few side projects as well. I'm kind of playing around with new sounds, and I'm kind of trying to focus me sound a bit. I'm still kind of in the experimental mode and trying out new things, and kind of still learning a lot more about the software, but it's just all fun and games at the moment. Like, I have a few remixes released there the last while. Remixes, I suppose, I look at differently because you kind of have to get them done, whereas now I can kind of work on my own stuff. I'm kind of just playing around with different stuff, you know, that way.
Good stuff. And how would you say has your style transformed, or because it's really grown from like tracks like Gypsy Bum, which is amazing, and being taken up by Bart B. Moore. Just actually about Gypsy Bum, how was that received?
It's actually a weird one. I made that track literally because I was just going through a lot of music, going through listening, and I heard that sample. It's actually from a Dean Martin track.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my god, that is like hilarious. I was like, that I'm definitely gonna like try and make that into a track. Literally, because I was just imagining it on the dance floor, like, gee, that'd go off. You know, people would be like, what?
And it has. It's gone off so much.
Yeah, like once I got it done, I literally had it myself. I was just playing it out, and it was getting good feedback. I sent it out to a few little blogs. What happened was, guys picked it up in France. Two guys called Mansour, and they were playing it at a night over in Paris or something like that when Kavinsky and Bradinsky was playing.
Deadly.
And then Bradinsky asked them what track it was, and they told him. And then Bradinsky charted it as his number one track. Then I can't remember what month that was, but it was on Resident Advisor. So as soon as he kind of charted it as number one, then I suppose it gave it a new, you know, scope for people who were kind of fans of his would be playing it, and then, you know, kind of it's like a snowball effect, it seems to be.
Would you say Gypsy Bum was your big breakthrough?
Yeah, it definitely got my name out there really fast and quickly, like unexpectedly, and kind of gave me the ability to be able to send me music to big artists and stuff like that, because they were after being playing the music, people there that are willing to hear some new tracks from me. So I suppose that's good.
And what would you say would be your style? Would it be electro, or are you trying to still find your style at the moment?
I mostly say kind of club music, because I am, and house as well. I don't really, you know, genres are really, you know, wide, and, you know, you can never really lock on down to one specific thing. And I suppose there's a lot of that kind of genre snobbery out there, and I kind of try and stay away from that, and kind of, you know, focus more on the music and more on, you know, the freedom of just doing whatever you want. You know, if you like the sound of something, do it. Cross genre music, kind of like, but with you know, always club music being the backbone of it, you know.
And tell me about your night that you're doing in Oh My Days.
We done 3 parties up until now, and we haven't confirmed the dates for the next few parties. French fries over for the last party that we had, which was an honour. Like, I really love his stuff.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Production. And we're lucky enough to have him over. Yeah, we were down the Twisted Pepper on Thursday nights, and that was received really well in Dublin. And we're just kind of taking a break now, and, you know, find ourselves and maybe find a new venue and take to the next stage for 2011. If
you had to choose, which would be DJing or production?
Absolutely production. Well, no, actually, I take that back, because I love production now, but like totally everything I've done, you know, stems from DJing. And I always, when I'm producing, I'm always producing with the dance floor in mind, which is kind of a DJ's take on production. Now, production, the thing I love about production is the satisfaction when you create. You literally can do whatever you want, and when you do it, you can play it, you can drop it in front of a crowd, and I suppose, you know, that's where the DJing part, that's what you love about the DJing part. Definitely, that, I suppose, now that I think about it, probably both the same.
You took that back.
Indecisive. Took that back pretty quick.
And
what am I on about?
And you've played in places like Thailand and everywhere, really. What's the difference? Have you noticed any big difference from crowds, or are they still all just crazy for that type of music?
No, it's definitely totally like culture shock when you play in different countries. Like, I played in New York and it was totally different vibe. Like, not as many people into a lecture over there, so they kind of like worked a lot harder for the crowd, where Thailand kind of up for it, but again, the whole culture shock, the focus is around the table they're at and drinking with their mates, and they kind of don't really focus towards the DJ. So later into the night then, as you crowd are kind of have to build it, I suppose, different ways for each crowd, but definitely it's different in each country, I think, anyway. And then you go to other countries like London and France, and you know, they're absolutely mad for it. It's way more mad for it than most places, and definitely different all over the world. Like, it's crazy.
Very good. And do you have any tours lined up in the summer, gigs at all like that, or are you just sticking on your production?
At the moment, I'm focusing on my production. As soon as I have gigs scheduled for the summer, it'll be up on the MySpace and the websites. And so at the moment, I'm getting the head down, getting the music done. So.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show, Lorcan.
No problem. Pleasure.
Cheers about that. That was Lorcan Mak there, and remember to check out his EP coming out on Top Billing Records in January. If you need more information on Lorcan, just check him out, Lorcan Mak, at MySpace, so myspace.com/Lorcan Mak. So yes, we're going to get into a mix from him now. Big up Lorcan Mak for coming on the show, and it's a pretty sweet mix. Let's go. It's Whiplash and RTE Pulse.
Digital dance.
This is RTE Pulse.